Hi, this is Brantley and welcome to Giving a Great Presentation. Last time we talked about vocal variation, and in this final video we're going to talk about nonverbal skills. Nonverbal skills are all of the things you do in your presentation that are beyond the words you're saying. First, let's look at body language. Body language either connects you with your audience or it builds a wall between you and your listeners. Here are some points to remember. Use open body language toward your audience. Don't turn your back away from them. Make sure that you stand up straight. And finally, don't hide behind objects in the room. Don't stand behind a desk. Next, let's look at facial expression. With facial expression for an informal presentation, don't look too serious for your presentation. This can turn your audience off. Make sure you relax and smile before your presentation and continue smiling through your presentation. Move your face, move your eyebrows, mouth, and head. Try not to be too stiff when giving your presentation. Also, use your face to show thought and emotion to your audience. Next, let's look at eye contact. Eye contact connects you to your audience. Make eye contact with everyone in your audience and don't just look at one section of your audience. As for movement, moving has more than one purpose. You can use movement to emphasize parts of your presentation. You can also use movement to signpost your presentation. When you are changing from your introduction to your body, for instance, you can physically move by taking a few steps. This shows the change from one section of your presentation to another. This can show your structure of your presentation through physical movement, and it's very, very effective. Another thing about movement is you want to keep your hand movement between your waist and your shoulders. You don't want to overmove. Next, let's look at the use of media and props. You want to use slides, video, and props to really add something special to your presentation. If you do use media and props, you want to make sure that you are looking at your audience and not turning your back to look at your slides and your props. If you're using props, decide how you'll display them before your presentation and make sure that you practice with those, because sometimes in a presentation holding a prop is not going to work. If you use PowerPoint, check the spelling on your slide before your presentation. There's nothing worse than having poor spelling on your slides. Finally, don't put all of your information on your slides. Your audience is not here to read slides. They are here for you to present to them. Reading slides is terrible. Never give your audience too much to read. It is really a poor presentation if you do that. Next, let's look at notes. Use notes when you give a presentation. Unless you have been specifically instructed to memorize a speech, always use notes. Don't read from your notes, but refer to them. Your notes should not be there for you to read from, but they should be a guide for you through your presentation to help you not get lost. Don't use large pieces of paper for your notes, but use note cards. Your notes should not distract your audience, and you should not hide behind your notes. Okay, and so that is nonverbal skills. Let's look at that. For nonverbal skills, body language, use open body language, stand up straight, relax and don't hide. For facial expression, relax and smile, move your face, show thought and emotion. For eye contact, look at everyone. For movement, use movement for emphasis, structure, and signposting. Keep arm movement between the waist and shoulders, and don't overmove. For media and props, practice with your props. Check the spelling on slides and media, and keep your slides simple. I cannot emphasize this enough. Do not put too many words on your slides. It is a distraction, and it will keep people from listening to your presentation. As for notes, use notes but don't read. Use note cards, not large paper. Don't let your notes be a distraction. Let them guide you through your presentation. Okay, thank you very much. That's nonverbal skills. And to wrap up the whole course, that's finishing all of these things. Yes, we have finished this course in giving great presentations. And so these are the areas that you have mastered through this course. For clear presentations, you should always do these three basic things: the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. The introduction tells what you will say, the body says it, and the conclusion tells what you said. And so that's our structure. And for our content, we looked at pre-planning, we looked at structure, we looked at content, we looked at vocal variation skills, and we looked at nonverbal presentation skills. I hope that you've gotten something out of this course. I hope that you've learned something. And if there's anything else that you want to learn that's missing here, please let me know in the comments below. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you very much. If you need to contact me, you can contact me at this address, and thank you.